Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sade Dash, and I chose to come on here after I took a little break from studying and just got home from work and all that kind of foolishness. So I am not used to this shit falling in my goddamn face like Medusa, but we gonna roll with it, honey. Anyway, honey. Okay, so last night while I was kind of studying and watching YouTube at the same time, I was looking at a channel, and it's of this bitch that I don't like anyway. She's a hateful bitch, and she hate on black bitches, and she has so much to say about mothers who have kids and how their bodies are all fucked up after you done had a kid, and she don't want to have kids, but she don't want to mess up her little string bean body that she got, which she ain't got one, honey. But anyway, so I know y'all know who I'm talking about. We're talking about Nosy. Her name is Nosy on here. And Jaguar, they double team up, and go and harass people on their channels and look up addresses and try to go and take pictures of their house and rolling past people's house and bullshit and making fake ass CPS reports on people. Yeah, I can't stand bitches like that. So, and I was like kind of taken up for toxic. I did do a video of her about how she went to 7-Eleven and she was acting a fool in there with her daughter and fighting in front of her child. And, I just wrote her off and crucified her and was like, you know what, that bitch, she's out of there. But actually, as I continue to watch her channels here and there, actually, she's not crazy. And actually, I never really seen her on here that gets on YouTube and actually harass other people or just have a lot to say about people. Maybe if they bring that energy to her, then yes, she's going to respond back. Like recently, I did see a video where she was going off on the bitch Nosy. I think she called her Carolyn. I think her name is Carolyn or something like that. But she went off on her because she was sending her address, letting her know where she stay and threatening her. And the bitch on here talking about, can y'all take pictures and send me the shit you have of her doing this and that because she going to jail and I'm the one that called CPS on her. She's just a hateful bitch. You can tell I'm talking about Nosy now. Y'all got to keep up, okay? Now, I think she's a hateful bitch because her mom does not fuck with her and she's had a rough childhood and, she just was not mentally smart enough to pull herself up out of the trenches, So she gets on here and she glorify that little slut shit she talk about joining her class for $300. And bitch, you out your motherfucking mind. So I really know that the people that actually pay for that bullshit, I looked at one bitch on there was talking about, I just had a stroke and I want to take your class. I just had a stroke and I'm handicapped and paralyzed on one side of my body, but I still want to take your class. Bitch, how are you going to take a class trying to fuck a nigga for money and be a prostitute, but you paralyzed? So that let me know the bitches that probably is giving her a little money for her little class that she give, they kind of mentally, something is not right up there. So anyway, so I gets on here last night and I follow, her name is Treasure. I don't want to always address her like that because she is definitely trying to move on and she's trying to get out of the shadow of her best friend that really, really, really did hurt her and break her down. It's pretty much like a freaking marriage and how you have been married, you end up getting divorced. That can take years to heal from shit like that. Y'all have told each other the most deepest secrets, and then she was able to share that, the struggles she had, how she moved to LA with her kids. She came home one day and her lights was off because her lights and I think water are together is how they pay for it. So it was like $7,000 or something. It was a high price ass payment she had to make and she didn't have the money. So China didn't step up, to help her. And she knew she had her kids out here and she just she felt like she used her for the show that y'all are seeing out right now. So at First, when I used to watch her channel, I didn't like her because, first of all, she came on there and I felt the same way, probably like how most people would probably see her. We didn't really know much about her. So usually when you break up with somebody that's celebrity, everybody automatically think, oh, you out here trying to, get money and get known off her name. Well, no, because she did help out with the reality show that they talked about and to be on. And then you have a best friend, y'all real cool like that. She tells you once we get all the information, all the shows are accounted for and we see how many subscribers, she can figure out how much she's going to get paid off of that, as well as other people that agreed to go by word of mouth that they were going to get paid. Well, y'all saw on the reality show how Chyna did her, and she does have a stuck-up ass attitude, how she was trying to show out for the cameras and pushing the door and saying bye and get out my house. You don't do a friend like that. You do not do a friend like that. I'm sure Chyna did give her money along the way. I'm sure she did. However, this girl has kids. She moved her family out to California, and y'all know it is very expensive in California. So the only thing that I did not agree with Treasure talking about Chyna was that she put it out there about the drugs that Chyna was doing. She also did admit that they did it together. She wasn't partying alone, but they did it together. So that's the only thing. I know when you break up with a friend or anybody, those secrets, the most deepest secrets that you have told your best friend or man or whatever, you don't get your ass on here and you don't tell people business like that. I don't care what happened. I don't care. Even if she slept with your nigga, you still do not get on here and bash your friend, because you have moments in relationships where you all may be fighting, or it may take years for y'all to get back cool, and then you looking like a damn fool. Now she can't trust you no more. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that's the only thing I do not agree with, although she did put it out there that she was not a saint herself. She indulged in some of the drugs and activity with her. But just by looking at the goddamn footage of her on the show, you can tell that Chyna is you can tell she just thinks she's just better than everybody. So this girl, why can she do a TV show, put this girl's child on the show talking about her son, with all this school stuff that they were going through and behavior issues that he was going through at home. And she asked her, hey, take that out. I don't want to put that on there about my kids. It was still on the show. Okay, so anyway, to make this video short, what I am getting at is, I watched a video. And I watched a video of Toxic Diamond. She came on here late last night, went off on Treasure. She sent her a message saying, I would like to interview you and get your side of the story. How you're doing, how you feel about what's going on now, where are you right now? So Treasure messaged her back, nothing nasty, nothing mean. She just said, you know what, better yet, I'm going to just play a short clip of it so y'all can hear it.
Get into this girl. Let me get into this girl. So
y'all listen real quick. Maybe I could turn it around too. Let me see.
But I went even to her video.
No, it's not going to let me turn around on the video, but I thought it did.
Her people are like, what is this even about?
Okay, y'all listen.
What are you talking about? Like, you sound very, very, very bothered. But Toxic Diamond, this lady is toxic. Like, this is crazy. So she hits me up.
Yeah, I cannot help these
Treasure.
braids. They're irritating. I'll be glad when they lay down, but much better when I ain't got to keep doing it.
On the aftermath of your interview, what kind of responses you've been getting, and how you feel after your apology and everything with Toxic.
So she reached out to her. Listen.
I am also somebody that Tokyo Tony has been attacking for a very long time.
Ooh, let's not get on that crazy bitch.
Did an exclusive about her on my backup channel.
Tokyo Tony is
it's a relative
loony fucking tune.
I really would like to speak on Tokyo Tony with you. Not necessarily negative, but just kind of trying to figure it out as far as why she lashes out at young women.
Okay.
And just everything as far as you felt during the interview, how you feel now, and is it a hype thing and things of that nature. So I'm confused, Toxic.
So Toxic sent her a message just wanting to get an interview with her, right? Her response was like, look, no, I don't want to keep dwelling on it. I want to move past it. I don't feel like talking about it. Plus, she was out with her homegirl that night. And she just messaged her back saying, I'm good. I don't want to do an interview. Why this crazy fool Toxic then went off on here cussing this girl out harder than she should be cussing out the bitch Nosy and Jaguar. They the motherfuckers who then went to the police on you, called CPS on you and your kids, doing videos about you, raising money just to see who can rank the most on her, calling her all kind of horrible names. And all this girl said, she said nothing wrong. She sent maybe 3 sentences in her email saying, no, I'm good. I don't want to do an interview. Y'all have got to hear, I don't know what. Toxic. Girl, I was cheering for you, girl. I was serious, and I still am, girl, but what's wrong? What did she do to you? Why is you hating on this girl? She didn't do not a goddamn thing to you. And if y'all would just hear how this girl was going off 3 in the morning on this girl because she messaged her and just said, no, she's good. She didn't want to do an interview. And then she said, well, I'll pray for you, girl. And then turned around and did a video on her and cussed her clean straight out, saying what she gonna do to her, threatening her. Y'all, a hot ass mess. It's making me think now, okay, something is wrong with you too, Toxic now. Come on, girl. Why is you acting like that?
You hit me up. You wanted to work with me. You wanted me to come onto your channel. And I replied to everybody. I'm not a rude person. She sent me her channel and everything. Then she stated she continues to talk. She says many of Tasha K's interviews have turned around to bite me in the butt, such as Jaguar Wright and Aunt Hammy and Tokyo Tony. So if so it doesn't feel out of line asking you, please let me know at your earliest convenience and keep your head up, girl.
See,
I'm praying for us all. It's hard for all of us out
so
here.
how you gonna tell a girl you praying for a Toxic? And then you done got your ass on here in the next hour cussing her out, ready to beat her up, talking all this bullshit about her and her kids. That's why she can't keep a friend. That's why the bitch broke. That's why the bitch pussy is stank or whatever. Like, girl, what did she do to you? You really are making yourself look crazy. And I was cheering for you. I was rooting for you, girl. And I still am, because I still don't like the other bitches who did all that shit to you, and you ain't did shit to them. But now I'm seeing you on here, you doing the same shit that they do. No, ma'am.
How is it hard for all of us out here when the first thing you do is go and sit and make a whole video trying to bash me when it sounds freaking crazy? Like, you just made a whole video. I woke up this morning, you see I'm in my steaming gown. You just want to start off my Saturday nights. Like, I'm just like, what is, sweetie, you contacted me.
Right. And y'all, then she gets on here. I'm talking about Toxic. She erases part of the message that she sent to her. Then came on here and made it seem like she erased the bullshit. But the girl messages was still in her phone, because even though she deleted the shit, it's still on the other party's inbox, in her fucking, in her inbox. Y'all, this shit is crazy. So I'm just curious. Y'all just have to hear how she act. I'm just curious. It's making me think something is wrong with this girl. Or maybe she do have a personality disorder.
What apology? So
hold on. I'm going to jump to this video a little too long. But I just want to jump to the part.
Dang. It's on this phone. So
hold on, y'all. We're going to play this shit.
So Paige grabs the phone and Paige voiced
Hold on, y'all.
just a little bit tipsy. I was like, hey, you sent that message.
That girl, she don't get on here and be trying to bash nobody. Now, sometimes I can tell she having a moment. Okay, this is toxic. Y'all listen.
Listen, y'all know how Instagram works, right? When it's your page, you're on one side, right? And when you're on the other side, why is this lady? She's psycho. Lady, we can clearly see my messages.
So y'all gotta watch her video. She goes on here, she shows the messages from her end that she did not freaking erase. But Toxic made a video saying that she erased some of the messages, which was a lie. But either way it go, y'all, this bitch was on here going crazy, screaming to the top of her lungs, saying what she was going to do to her, threatening her on YouTube. So something is definitely wrong with you, girl. What is going on? This just does not make no sense. You need to save that energy for them bitches who are harassing you, and you on here every day talking about how you have a gun and you're going to shoot them, and they popping up at your house and going to the police station. You have a detective on the case, and girl, y'all got too much going on over there, child. I don't understand what this girl, but this girl did not do a damn thing to you. She is very polite to others from what I see. And she's just trying to heal from the bullshit she went through with her so-called friend. There are times I do see where she is on here. She may take 2 steps back and get a little bit off subject about it and let her anger out, which she is human. So, but overall, you can see she's a good person. She's going in the right direction. She have her own shit that she's pushing on YouTube and other platforms. So all you can do is really wish her well and cheer her on. This girl ain't did shit to you, girl. And you up on here acting like a goddamn fool again. Now, see, I done sat there and did a video on your ass talking about how you was crazy. And then after some time to pass, I said, well, you know what? I like Toxic. She don't seem crazy. Girl, now your ass back up on here acting a goddamn fool. I don't get it. I just do not get it. But as far as Treasure, girl, you are definitely becoming into a awesome mother, because I do see you have your kids with you. You do things with them, you know. And you have your own business. You're trying to help your own self. You're not on here just being bitter. You do try to be positive. You do try to move on. And I know that shit is hard. Some people are not going to understand it because they probably ain't never had a goddamn friend in their fucking life. So they probably don't really understand the shit that you go through. It is kind of like a divorce. That shit does take time. And sometimes you want to do right. You want to get on here and you want to, you know, not just get on here and bash the girl. But I can understand as time goes on and maybe you hear things, you see things, or something may trigger you in a moment of you doing a video. I get it. I definitely get it. But bitch, I think all of us need to take a damn class for how Beyonce handles shit like this. That girl don't say shit. And that really makes people even more mad when you don't address shit. So what I saw in this, because I'm on the outside looking in, you know, you pretty much gave her a little bit of the interview she wanted. And then you gave her a little bit of an advertising of her channel. Because the shit that you're saying on here and the time that you took to do this video, you actually was answering some of the questions that she wanted to know. So you really did kind of give her, you know, put her name out there for other people to go and subscribe and see her shit. But it's okay. I understand. But baby, I know it'd be hard to shut the hell up and don't get on here and say shit. Baby, I understand. Trust me, I get it. But I want to finish this last little piece.
Everybody, y'all know this. Go to your messages. Your messages are blue. So, baby, we're going to go. We're sitting and we're watching. Whose message was retracted? Whose message was retracted?
You giving her way too much energy. What Toxic need to be doing? She need to be working on her detective with the detective that she got over there. Or the bitches that are harassing her, coming to her house, sending her messages, sending her shit through the mail or whatever she said. Because I see this bitch Nosy on here all the day talking about you. That one bitch, that's the bitch you really need to be trying to put in her place. That one. Jaguar too, because she brings her ass all around the world in a goddamn car, baby. If I had a car like that, I would be taking my ass from state to state too, baby. That is a good ass car, whatever kind of car she got. Because that bitch be from state to state every other day. She be in a whole new state. They just be riding their ass all the way around the world. And So I don't understand, y'all. That's the bitch you need to be coming after, Toxic. Not Treasure. You got it confused, girl. You got it all confused.
Yours was. And I left my messages up there just for this because I knew you was a snakehead something. But yeah, go back. Before I got the chance to show y'all this shit, right? So I had to block this bitch. It's so funny because
it's kind of scary too.
Be a real one and state that you hit me up and you was begging me to do an interview.
We believe you, girl.
You was begging me to do an interview with you and you were wrong.
We believe you.
Asking me to do an interview, talking about, I apologize. You want me to talk about an apology that never happened, sweetie.
So no. See right here, you giving her too much information. You giving her the interview that she really wanted. You should have just ignored this bitch and kept it moving. That's it. And that's another reason why she was probably mad, because you didn't give her much about an interview. You told her, no, I'm good. So she just, baby, you done struck a nerve for her for some reason. I don't know. But if anything, I still like Toxic. I just think you all look crazy though, because for you to come after this girl and this girl ain't did shit to you and you acting like a goddamn fool on here, you crazy, bitch.
You're crazy.
I just said that, girl.
Is that a threat?
Then yeah, she get on here and say she gonna beat her ass in LA. That is a threat. But then you get on here and you talk about I really didn't see you talk about much about other people, just the bitches who were harassing you. So you can't do that. You can't get on here and threaten people. And then you already have a case open that you told us with the lady from 7-Eleven that you went in there and you beat her ass for that Snoop Dogg wine. And that's another thing, bitch. I tried to find that wine in H-E-B. I could not find it. It almost made me angry and want to beat somebody's ass. So, girl, you need to tell us where to get that wine, because we do have 7-Eleven out here, but they're not really close to where I live. So if you can share where else they may have that, because I would like to try that. If it make you act like that, baby, there got to be some good ass wine. But anyway, you told us that you have to go to court. And no, they did not lock you up. But I don't think, I do see you get your ass on here and you brag about whipping bitches' asses. You sat on here, you say, this is what I do. I whoop bitches' asses. But you have a case open. And when you were in 7-Eleven and you got pulled over by the cops, or you was, they were finna come talk to you, you played the role of crying and acting like you was sad and scared and like the lady beat your ass and like, it was the other way around. Then when you left, you went to another 7-Eleven store and you was back on your bullshit with how you gonna beat a bitch ass and how you did beat her ass and how you did. You can't do that, girl. You can't be all across the fucking board. Which one is it that you want us to see, what you want us to see or feel about you? Like you're a bad bitch and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do and you beat bitches' asses? Is that what you want us to see? Because you can't do that. You have a case open, girl. You don't think them people be on here looking that shit up? You think that's going to help your case? Now you're on here attacking this girl, but you also on here wondering why other girls are attacking you, and you have a detective involved, but you on here attacking somebody and doing the same shit. That is not smart, girl. It's not smart. I was on your side, Toxic. Although you did that shit in that 7-Eleven, and I did a video on your ass about that, and your child, I did a video on that shit. And after some time passed, I was like, okay, well, she's not a bad person. Maybe she's just having a bad day and just shit just happened so fast. And that's just how you reacted to the situation. Your child just so happened to be there. It happens. But now that I see you on here messing with Treasure, and this girl ain't even did nothing to you. She didn't do a damn thing. She didn't say anything wrong. I don't know if you had a drink or something. You was just turned up or whatever. Because sometimes people can drink and it makes them want to fight. I don't know. But girl, you owe that girl an apology. You definitely owe her an apology because it's making you look crazy out here. It really is. And that is not going to help your case. If they see your ass out here starting shit, talking about you going to beat a bitch in Los Angeles and where you at, bitch, I'm going to do this and do that to you. And bitch, I beat bitch's ass and I got a case open for beating a bitch ass and they didn't take me to jail, bitch. So that mean that, girl, you better stop. That shit gonna catch up with your ass. You better stop, okay? I do think you owe Treasure an apology. She didn't do a damn thing to you. And she has a right to say who she wants to let interview her. She has a right to do that. And she chose to not want to do an interview with you. And you took that the wrong way. So you owe her an apology, okay? Thank you. Y'all, tune back in because we got more videos that are coming. The next one I think I want to talk about is that crazy ass Corey and Carmen. How the ex, Molly, then got her ass up on here talking about she was pregnant by him this past September but lost the baby. Baby, that Carmen, baby, you need to... Oh, child, that could not be me nor my daughter. I'm sorry. You're not finna have no nigga not finna have me looking crazy up on here. And he continues to call this girl all the fucking time. Anytime he go out of town to where he used to stay, he ends up always calling this bitch. And he's causing a problem. Then he have the nerves to get on here and talk about this bitch, but you the one that is creating the fucking problems. And you married. Come on now. But anyway, yes, so I may do a video on that because that shit was like, I'm like, how the fuck? So anyway, y'all tune in, honey, because I got to finish studying before I lay it down, honey. And I will be back. And you know what? Tomorrow, I think I will be going off of Lockwood. For all of you who know what that means, stay tuned because I definitely will be going off Lockwood. And if you don't know what Lockwood is, look at the videos or search Lockwood and you're going to see what the fuck I'm talking about. It be on and popping. So y'all have a good night.